All right, I haven't been on the bike in 3 weeks. Has it been 3 weeks? Yeah, I think it is about 3 weeks. I'm going to take this, I'm going to call it a trail, take me all the way up to Lyndhurst. Kind of like power lines, but not really. No power lines. But it just makes it much more fun. As I said in the beginning, I've been on the bike, I think it's been like 2.5 weeks. Then I got a new phone, then I got a new Mac. I never had a Mac, so I had to learn how to use that. Then I just got so interested in learning all the things I kind of forgot about technology. I was just playing with the phone and the Mac for 2 weeks. So here we are, it's 40 degrees. Nice day out here. But it felt so weird when I first got on the bike. My balance seems good. Right out of the box, my balance seems really good. Took me a half hour to get ready, dressed and camera, and remember how to do everything I wanted to do. I wanted to turn on the time lapse. I forgot how to do that. I had to remember. Oh, it feels good to be outside. Didn't think I'd ever get back on the bike again, believe it or not. No motivation. especially with winter, we can see all the trails. Here we go. I know it rained last night, but everything was a little bit wet. So how is this trail so pronounced? Are people using it besides me? Here's the Lyndhurst Recreational Center straight ahead. Yep, there comes the wind. All the wind is gale winds, my Garmin is telling me. Gale winds. Alright, where is that entrance to get across? Got it right there. I think there it is. It's actually got a path right here. Just keep pedaling. Just keep pedaling. As you get thrown, just be ready to be thrown and keep pedaling. Right? That's how we do it. Just be ready to be thrown and keep pedaling. This is really a fun route. Especially now that I have that path I can take instead of taking the main roads to get up to this spot here. I'll leave the video on a little bit here. So Aunt Margaret, I don't know if you even watch my videos. I know I texted you the other day, you said you were, when you watched the Sterling. So what else has been going on? The new laptop, the Mac. So exciting, never had one. So hard to learn, more difficult, but you can do some funky things. Real secure, integrates with the phone. I got the Apple Card, it's all on the phone, so you can make payments, send money. That's just really cool, the Apple ecosystem. But there was so many things I forgot about, the apps. So just the OneDrive and the iCloud, understanding how all that works. Then the contacts apps, when you link it with, your other email accounts, and how in the Apple, whether it be on your phone or on your laptop, on the Mac, they all sync. So whatever you put pictures or anything, documents, they're all on every device. But the contacts is the real cool way they do it. So when you have your, the Gmail contacts or contacts from other email services, and then you have the contacts from Apple, the devices. It's just really clever how they integrate them all in. And then they have kind of like in a groups tab when you go in on your phone, and you can show all the contacts from all the different email accounts you have. And when it does that, it doesn't show you duplicates. It makes a note inside that card, that contact, that it's seeing it from the 1, 2, or 3, or 4 accounts, however you have with that same card, but it only shows you one card. And you can click on each of those accounts in that card, and you can go to that specific one if you want to make changes only on that one. But if you make it on, the main one that you use to just get into that, it'll make it on all of them. So really, but to understand how all that worked, it took me friggin' days. So that was a big to-do. Oh, it's just heaven out here. It's heaven. So I took the rocky trail. It's really rocky. And I got over here on the Meadows Trail. This is the Meadows Trail. I named everything. And this is like 1.5 miles each way. So you can see a MetLife, and it's just, you know, big and wide open. You got the turnpike, you know, on the side of you here and there, depending on what direction you're at. So I'm on my way back on the Meadows. It's pretty windy in the other direction with the headwind. Got my old songs going. Oh boy. I'm so glad that I was able to figure all that out and get all that stuff. Back in the day, they were $1 each, right? The iTunes songs were 99 cents. I just kept buying them. I was doing a lot of road riding back like in 2006, I think. No, 2007. After 2007, I stopped road riding for several years. But that's when I remember I was working for Verizon, and I would go out, do some road rides. I can remember, you know, being in the swamp, you know, out in the Myersville area. And that was all a deja vu, just thinking back then, every time the song comes on. But there's all kinds of good ones from when I was growing up, you know, in my 20s, all the songs that were around. Really good old ones. And yes, it's some gale winds out here, so I'm glad I'm dressed the way I am. Really windy out here. What a beautiful day. All right, so I'm at the end of the river trail here. Listening to the music just zones me out. I have it pretty loud. Coming back on the Meadows was so much nice with the wind to my back. Going out took forever. I never thought about riding up that and coming down it. That's something I can maybe think about another time. Take a look at it better on the way back. The water's not too bad. It rained last night, but I think it had been dry for, well, actually I can't even remember because I've been outside much in the last 2 weeks. Here we are, the river trail. All right, so here we are at DeKorte, the DeKorte section. Always the highlight of the ride. Always the highlight of the ride. All right, so the white tiles with the strong wind. Let's see how we do today. Yeah, it's quite strong. All right, we got right up that sucker on the very beginning of the pole where I've been, you know, wanting to do, and I've been doing. Yeah, it's blustery windy out here again today. off-camber ones. I've never ridden them before. There you go, Rob. There you go. Get around that post. I have my shock locked halfway, and I know I was doing that sometimes when it was, completely locked. But I was trying to take all the difficult stuff. Here we are. Guess what trail this is? Oh, look at all the cattail weeds grown up in the beginning here. Sawmill Creek. Sawmill Creek. Looks like the tide's up. I'm not going to be able to go across the rocks at the end, so we're just doing out and back. Heaven, baby, heaven. I've been in the house for 2.5 weeks. 2.5 weeks. I've been going to the gym, 2 or 3 times a week. At least I was doing that. Hello. Ah, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Gorgeous. Yes. Heaven, baby, heaven. And I thought I was never going to get on the bike again. I just had, well, actually I should say, I had no desire to get on the bike, and I didn't know when it was going to come back. I think what happened was my back, again, I was 45 degrees bent over. I couldn't stand up all day yesterday. And when I was sitting, it was in pain. Only when I sit, it feels okay. But somehow sitting got it like that. In my kitchen, I was putting a screensaver on the Mac. It took me a friggin' an hour. Who knows what position I was in, and trying to get that the way I wanted it. And after that, my back didn't allow me to stand up. And I just spent the whole day on the computer learning things again. And then somehow, I decided to get on my my Wahoo, my Zwift. And I did a 10-mile ride. I did a 10-mile ride yesterday, just to do something. I don't know where that motivation came from. I cleaned out my loft, my office, and everything's up there. Threw away all the old stuff. That made me feel good. So that's where the Wahoo is. And it sits right there, so I get on it. And then I didn't plan on riding today, but I slept decent last night. I woke up like a little after 5:30. Did a couple of videos for a while. I was still trying to figure out how to, speak from the Mac. And I said before, I figured that out this morning. And then before you know, it's 9:30, and I'm bored on the computer for the first time in 2.5 weeks. And I started thinking about a ride, and the thought of getting all ready and getting the bike and what condition it was going to be in was a little daunting. And then my phone wasn't charged. I wanted to use the new phone. It was plugged in last night, but it wasn't charging for some reason. I don't think I had it plugged in all the way. So I took my time moping around so the phone could charge. It took me a half hour to figure out where all my stuff was again. And here I am. Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you guys? Oh, I went off for a second there. Let's get back on. Yeah, I went off for a second, but so in that instance, I was able to save myself and get back on. I think I was going a little bit faster than I wanted. There you go. Yeah, that was the first too. I went off for a second, saved myself, and got back on. There you go.